And at EDP, we have been pioneers in hybridisation. We have installed the first hybrid projects, wind plus solar, in Poland, Spain, Portugal. And we already have several projects under construction and under development. So I'm Carmen Caminero. I'm the UK country manager at EDPR. We really believe that hybridization is one of the solutions to the grid issues. We do all the hybridizations that are possible, or most of them. We hybridize wind with solar, also with batteries, and we have as well a floating solar with hydropower in Portugal that we want to replicate in other geographies. Operating these type of assets is much more complex than operating standalone assets, because you really need to manage all the output that you're putting into the grid of the different technologies. So for that, of course, you need a software. And it's very important to have a very powerful software. In terms of revenue, of course, our goal is to have the best revenue every day. So take the decisions accordingly, and for that we need a good model. And we think that it's very important to have a good manage of the data and have the most accurate data as possible. So the granularity needs to be quite important. It's not only flexibility, it's also a question of resources and capacity in the grid. We do both. I mean, we have projects such as wind projects that we have hybridized with solar or with batteries once they were in operation. And we also have some projects that have been developed from scratch as hybrid projects. So either with solar and batteries, or with wind and batteries, or with solar and wind as well. It depends on the country and the resources. But in Spain, for instance, it works very well to have wind with solar. In the UK, we find that it's very important to add collocation, so storage, to the solar plants and the wind plants. It depends on the country and the project, but for us it makes sense to maximize the capacity that we can have in the grid and the energy that we can inject into the grid. That's why we think that the hybridization is a very good solution for that. Because in some countries you can have different markets where you can participate for batteries, for instance, and others for solar, and maybe you would prefer to have like the solar with a CFD or a merchant, and then the batteries in specific markets. It depends on the country.
Camopo Energy, software for optimized plant operation.